I'm back. That's what you gotta do, man. You can't fumble the ball like that. You can't fumble the bag like that, man. These motherfuckers don't understand this. In this world, you got a lot to lose. She's a broke, model on OnlyFans wanting to come up. You have a lot of money, bro. Well, of course she's gonna set you up if she's broke. That's what broke people do. They con, steal, and kill. And she got you good too, man. Man. She got you good. Oh my God. Boy. He fumbled, man. That's life though, bro. Now he's sitting there talking to his penis, talking about, you see what we got into. See what you got me into, man. See what you got me into. I was doing good, bro. I was doing good. And you fucked everything up, man. Bro, you know what I'm saying? You fucked everything up. Now we gotta figure a way out this motherfucker. Thanks to you, I might lose millions. For real. I'm like, bro, you out here, you know, you just can't have it all like that, man. You know? You can't have it all like that. You can't always get your cake and eat it too. You know? Of course, man. She's broke. She's dusty, bro. When you get around broke people, and you're a rich man, successful, they're gonna set you up. Man or woman, bro. Look what happened to me, man. When I hit that first jackpot, and I'm going to go celebrate in that little bar over there, I was throwing money around like I was rich. But I only even had a few grand in my pocket. They waited until my back was turned and went inside my bag and searched it. Found the gun and called the cops on me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's what broke people do. That's why he would have been better off dealing with a female, you know, that had a little bit of money or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she wouldn't have been as young as he wanted her, but messing with them young females that's broke, man, you taking a risk. You know, Chris Brown learned the hard way. Mike Tyson He learned the hard way. Tupac learned the hard way, man. You're dealing with females that don't have anything, man. Yeah, we always talk about, yeah, we want women not to have anything. It's better that way. But it's not always like that. Because they can set you up and have you out here just dusty for no fucking reason, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Just dusty for no apparent reason. And they got something to gain from you. And she set that up good, man. And now he's sitting there with an egg on his face. You know, trying to figure out how the hell he gonna get out of this shit. I'm like, bro, you messing with the white women like that, man, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, man. You out here, you know, doing what you do. You tripping, bro. You tripping.
Wait. Wait.
You tripping, bro. Like, man, he should have known that was gonna happen, bro. I mean, damn. You're dealing with a broke female, man. That's why when you get your bag, you gotta separate yourself from people who are struggling, because they'll set you up. I was a victim myself. It wasn't a woman who did that. It was a dude. It was a dude. You feel what I'm saying? When I got set up, and I went to jail behind that shit, man. When they were supposed to have went to jail, not me. You know, because I got around motherfuckers who wanted to try to come up off me, man. They want to search my bag to try to find lotto winnings. I'm telling you, I had the same thing happen to me. You get around people that don't have nothing to lose, all right? And when you turn your back, they plotting on you. They trying to get your money from you because they don't have anything and they struggling. My face is all ashy. I got an ashy ass face, bro. Trying to put some lotion on that motherfucker. This weather is making my face ashy. You know, because they don't have anything. So they're gonna see you as a lick and then try to come up on you. That's why my second jackpot, I'm disappearing like a motherfucker. Once I hit my second jackpot, I'm gone. I'm gone, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm out this motherfucker. I'm gone so quick. It'll make your motherfucking head spin, man. I am gone so quick. Cause motherfuckers will try to rob you, bro. You came up, you got a lot of money, you about to sign a deal. Bruh, you on top of the world. And then some motherfucker decides they wanna rob from you, man. She ain't got nothing to her fucking goddamn name, bro. And you hanging around her. Now, if she had a little bit to lose, you know, if she had something to lose, then I could see, you know, maybe you hanging out with her. But you hanging around females who ain't got nothing to lose, man. You gotta be careful. and everything to gain from you. You worth millions of dollars, bro. Millions. I gotta take a piss before I go over to that spot. You worth millions of dollars. And you know, you letting this shit crumble overnight, basically, behind getting some booty, man. And I know us men, we have like needs that need to be met. We have sexual appetites as men, bro. But you gotta be careful how you move with it. That's all. Bruh, she's like 20. You're like 50-something years old, bro. Yeah, she gonna shit. Especially if you ain't putting a ring on it. You ain't putting no babies inside of that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can see what happened. You probably ghosted her and didn't want to talk to her no more. And then she got mad and she brought out the ammunition. See what I'm saying? And then you fumbled the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't fumble the bag, though. Behind some booty, though, man. Especially in America, man. They all up in a black man's business, man. Just dick watching and shit. Penis watching. Seeing who you put your penis inside of. Like, man, you always dick watching, man. You know, Donald Trump, he can get away with all that shit, man, because he's white. They'll forget about that overnight. But a black man, they ain't forgetting about that, man. They blowing it up. They blowing it up out of proportion. And me, I don't see where he raped her, man. They was sexually active with each other. I can understand that she didn't want him to go inside the backside without a condom. And he kept on going on, trying to do it. You know, and she didn't want to do it. That's rape. You know, if she said, I don't want to go inside the backside without the condom. Yeah, that's great. I mean, on YouTube, you got to be careful. That's great. You know, that's great. But he did something to tick her off, man. And she came out of here, you know, just spilling her beans all over the place. And just putting the business out there, and even recording you, bro. That's a dirty bitch, bro. You guys gotta be careful when you get the bag. Please be careful. That's all you gotta do is be careful. Don't be out here reckless out here just dealing with this any old females. Yeah, you can have sex, but it has to be organized sex, man. Not a freak off, but you gotta be knowing who you're dealing with. Okay, this woman has no savings. She has in her bank account, she got about $4 or $5 grand saved up. Nah, she got a lot to lose. I mean, she ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? So she can set me up at any moment. And all that, you have to develop some type of paranoia, bro. When you get the bag, you gotta be paranoid. Like a motherfucking, like a squirrel, nigga. You know, like a squirrel, he come out, he looking around and shit. He sees some food across the way. He gonna look both ways. He gonna look diagonal. And before you go over there and get the food and then run back into his little hole or whatever, it's like a squirrel, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a goddamn squirrel. Paranoid. Don't let nobody come around and touch you, man. That's it. Squirrels don't let nobody come around and touch them. They run when they see you. They don't trust you, man. them squirrels do not trust anybody. I see squirrels around here all the time. But they're fidgety. And they run at the sight of danger. You bigger than them, you 10 times bigger than them, they're gonna run. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta be when you got the bag. You gotta be fidgety, paranoid, knowing what this person wants. They want my money. I know what she wants. And then she white on top of that. On top of that, to make things worse. That's why when you get the bag, you gotta not mess with them white women. I know some of you motherfuckers, you like white women, but when you get the bag, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It'll make your situation worse. I told you, bruh, before. It'll make your situation worse. Whatever situation you in, it'll make it worse. Boy, a hard head makes a soft ass, is what they say, right? They warned him. They warned Donovan Sharp. Why am I saying Donovan Sharp? Like the YouTuber. I'm calling this nigga the wrong name. Shannon Sharp. My bad. Hey, they warned him too. Shit. They warned him too. And the chickens came home to roost, man. That's that old saying, right? The chickens came home to roost. You know what I'm You know. And they just fucked everything up. They fucked everything up. Got all fucked up big time. What's up with it, Sean? Yeah, he has his own liquor, I bet. It's like, bro, you had things going for you. All you had to do was keep your mouth clean. You know, stop being a sexual deviant. You know, don't let sex ruin your goddamn life. You know, he let sex ruin his life. Just because you wanted to clap some goddamn cheeks. And Donovan Sharp, Al Sharp. Whatever his name is, bro. I seen him around. I knew of the guy. I seen his face on YouTube numerous times, but I never cared to even follow him. I'm not a big fan, so if I fuck his name up, that's just, because I'm not really following the guy around and shit, man. I heard a lot of stories about him and stuff, but I never let me go check his YouTube channel. Let me go over here. I know he was a football player back in the 90s. That's about it. But I never heard about him in the 90s. I was hearing about Jerry Rice. Who else? That's all I was hearing about. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. I never really heard about that nigga in the 90s, though. I never really followed football that much in the 90s. I didn't. I was in the martial arts when I was in the 90s. I was coming up. I was a teenager, bro. Wasn't into football like that. That's what I'm saying. Now, the things that he did is just like, bro, that was easily avoidable. You could have sidestepped that one. That was you saw that coming a mile away. Like, bro, she's broke. She has nothing. Yeah, she gonna see you as a lick, and you did the wrong thing. by trusting her too much, saying stuff over the phone that you ain't supposed to be saying. It lets you know, bro, when you get the bag and you talking to these females on the phone, limit your conversation, bro. You don't really talk on the phone like that. Because in your head, you should be like, damn, I shouldn't talk to her like this on the phone. I don't know if she's recording me or not. Because he got too cocky and got relaxed. You see, you can't do that when you got the bag. You feel what I'm saying? He got too cocky and he got relaxed. Feel what I'm saying? And he forgot that he's a celebrity and he's worth millions. That slips his mind whenever the sight of coochie is in the way. You feel what I'm saying? When the coochie's in sight, he forget about the millions he got. You know, he forget about that he's a celebrity on TV, you know, on YouTube and USPN. You feel what I'm saying? It's like he forget about that stuff and let the pussy just take over his mind. But you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't forget who you are. You feel what I'm saying? You can't, you know, you gotta know how to sidestep. If it was me, I'd been limited on the phone. I'd be like, okay, I'll see you there. I wouldn't even have no conversation with her that much on the phone. I'd be like, oh, meet me over here, and that's it. She'd be like, oh, no, how was your day? I don't want to talk right now. Meet me at the, meet me at Sizzler or something. Meet me at Red Lobster. I want to talk on the phone. I get off the phone, I hang up, I'll be like, I don't know if she's like taping me, man. I don't trust her, bro. That's what I've been doing. You forget these women they crafty, man. You know, these females are crafty. They'll have you set up in a minute. To get that money, shit. Man, you know, a lot of motherfuckers, they waiting. They waiting to get a come up, man. Remember I was telling you, bro, I got set up. Damn, I got them ashy goddamn lips. My ashy face. No, I got set up, man. Because a broke motherfucker thought I had more money in my bag. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reason why I went to jail. Because a motherfucker was trying to creep in the come up on you, man. That's why you gotta fucking like hide your money, be very discreet about everything. Don't talk a whole lot. Don't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Now this is giving me ideas. When I get with a female, I ain't gonna be talking a whole lot on the phone. Then they get the recording shit. Oh yeah, that's the lotto winner that was on TV. Oh, I remember him. Yeah, he's a lick for sure. Oh, we gonna set him up. We gonna you know, whoever the pimp is behind the scenes, they came up with the master plan. You know what I'm saying? They were like, oh man, we gonna get this motherfucker. What? How much he won? 6 million? Ooh, that's a lot of fucking money. We gonna get this motherfucker. Be on the phone. We gonna record that motherfucker, and then we gonna get him over to the house, and we gonna, you know, accuse him of rape. You know, and then when we get the money, we split that shit down the middle. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they be doing it, bro. They for real, they plotting and scheming on you, bro. That's why Tupac kept getting into trouble, man, because he kept hanging around people who didn't have anything. And they kept setting him up. They kept robbing him and accusing him of rape. He was moving reckless because he forget he's a celebrity, bro. You forget you a jackpot winner, bro. You got to lay low. You got to move differently, man. I told you about the motherfucking goddamn shit, brother. I told you about the consent forms and stuff that you have these females, you know, she was a 6 too. He fucked up. Yeah, she was a 6, bro. You know, to me, yeah, she was like a 6 or a 7, somewhere around there. You know, but because she was young, you know, they made up for the lack of looks. Feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta pay attention, man. And watch where you going. These females, they crafty nowadays, bro. That giving me ideas, man. I ain't gonna be on the phone talking for too long with them females, man. And I'm like, oh, meet me at, what's the name? Oh, how you doing? How's your day? What's going on? Did you go to, what's the name today? No, I can't talk on the phone. Gotta go. I don't, hang up the phone, but like, I don't trust that bitch, man. She might be recording me. You know what happened to Donald Sharp? I said it on purpose. You know what happened to Al Sharpton? You know, that female might be recording you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? and then she tried to get me alone at her house, trying to do the nasty. I'm gonna say, here, sign these consent forms. I got a consent form. It's about 2 paragraphs long. Go ahead and read that and sign it. This is a consent form. That means I have your consent to like have sex with you. That way it'll hold up in court. She don't want to sign that shit, bro. You walk out of there quick. You feel what I'm saying? And videotape everything. Videotape you doing it. Record you doing it. Record you saying, hey, these are consent forms. This means that I can have sex with you and you gave me your consent. I don't want to get in no trouble now. Here you go. And she'd be like, no, that's not sexy. That's not. No, I don't want that. Okay, well, you're trying to do something shady. I'm out. Have it. Record that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game like they play the game. You feel what I'm saying? Get a recorder inside your goddamn, you know, go in there wired up like you a snitch or something, or you an undercover cop. You know what I'm saying? Go in there wired up and record everything, and then so that way when she tries to set you up, you be like, look what I recorded. She said I can have sex with her. Right here. It says right here, she signed the papers. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do to all my women. That's what I would have said. I'd been like, nigga, hold on. It'd been like the Matrix and shit. Where I'm like moving backwards, hella slow. I'm like, nigga, no. No, I got you. I knew you were trying to set me up. That's why I brought out this consent forms. Because I don't trust anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust anybody. Look at consent forms. Look at all these consent forms. I would have brought the consent forms out. This is what I do before I have sex with a woman, because I don't trust these women nowadays. Here you go, the consent form. She signed it and she dated it. This is her signature right here. And everybody been like, oh, so you fucking lied. He didn't rape you. You said it was okay to have sex. Ain't this your signature? Okay. Then if you do that, she probably won't even try to set you up. You go, oh man, I don't sign a consent form. I can't really do nothing now. You know what I'm saying? For real, I would have came out like, hold on, nigga, no, you ain't setting me up. I knew I knew she was up to no good. You know, that's what I would came out. Those would have been my words when I first hit the screen in my defense behind this bullshit. I would have fucking came out. I would have been like, I knew she was gonna set me up. That's why I had her sign a consent form. Here you go. You see, everybody? And I've been like, you see, everybody? This is a consent form. This is her signature right here. And she dated it. Okay? Got the time and place. You know what I'm saying? And she said I could have sex with her. She's over the age of 18. So I ain't did nothing wrong. The rape stuff, she just trying to get into my pockets, man. That's all it is. Look at how much she want, though. You see what I'm saying? You know, now I don't think you go back to being poor. It's gonna, yeah, I mean, shit, man. I hope he been saving money, man. That's what I hope. I hope he got at least 100 million put away. I hope he haven't been splurging his money, man. That's all you feel what I'm saying? He gonna lose his liquor deal. Yeah, he probably might do that, man. You know, they start stripping you of your shit. But this is different, bro. This is sports. This is not entertainment. This is not, you know, this is sports, bro. This is football. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, you can't really do that, because if you do that, if the fans feel like a black man was done wrong in football, they're gonna lose a lot of ratings. So this is a little bit different from entertainment, bro. Remember Jay-Z? They what they call it? They accused him too. Remember when they accused him? And then he didn't lose nothing off of. I mean, he owned a fucking goddamn football team, right? And he was part of the Super Bowl performance or some shit like that. And it was like, no, we're not getting rid of Jay-Z, or nah, that's our money. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting rid of him. So this is football a little bit. This is not entertainment. You know, so they not. I don't think they're gonna fire him. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Because then people will be upset that he got fired behind that bullshit, bro. And then they won't even watch no more. So it'll affect their ratings. You feel what I'm saying? That's why they haven't fired him yet. You feel what I'm saying? It will. You don't think that if they fire him and people felt like he was done wrong or he was set up, and they was like, nah, I ain't watching this fucking USPN bullshit no more. They fired Donovan Sharp. I mean, they fired Al Sharpton. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't watching this shit. It'll affect their ratings. That's why they're in a tough spot right now. ESPN is in a fucking tough spot. Damn, we can't fire them. If we fire them, man, the ratings gonna go down. They're gonna probably try to look the other way. You feel what I'm saying? Because they would have been fired him already. Was it how many days has passed? A couple of days have passed already. They would have fired him already. They're not gonna fire him. He gonna continue to keep his job. Once he proves his innocence and stuff like that, he gonna continue to keep his job. Because this is different. This is football, bro. This is, the fans are waiting for him to be, done wrong in some type of way. You know, black women watch the fucking football, and there's a lot of black people that watch that shit, bro. It's like, nah, you can't do that. You can't crucify motherfuckers on football, bro. You can't do that. That's why they couldn't do nothing to what's his name? To the guy who kneeled at the flag. You feel what I'm saying? I forgot his name too. My memory is shot. You know. Because I thought he did get fired. I don't think so. It hasn't, like, people are saying that it's over, but I haven't seen anything. This is football, bro. Remember, this is a black dominated. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, that's him. That's a black dominated sport, bro. So this is a little bit different. It's kind of touchy. You can't fire a dude that brings in the ratings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, you're getting rid of your mascot. You're firing your mascot that helps you get ratings. That's why, that's why they couldn't do nothing to Colin Kaepernick, because it was a touchy thing. Like, this is a black dominated sport, and you can't. It's like, you can't touch it. Oh, now I want to fire him, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard. I'm bad with names, man. I think my memory has been gone, man. Memory sucks. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think they fire him yet, man. They tried. They want to, but nah. He said it in himself. He said, He said, I will return back to ESPN when football season starts. That's what he said. So they ain't say nothing yet. They ain't fired him yet, man. People saying it's over, but you gotta remember, football is a black dominated sport. if people feel like he was dead wrong and he was there, so there was some injustice done to him, they're gonna not want to watch anymore. They're gonna turn the fucking channel. They're gonna fuck their money up. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna fuck their money up, bro. Like they couldn't like fire, Colin Kaepernick because if we do that, it'll make it look racist. It'll make it look like, you know what I'm saying? It'll be bad for the ratings, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't do nothing to him. Feel what I'm saying? So he'll be back. I guarantee he's not gonna get fired. Guarantee, bro. He might be suspended or he might take a pay cut or something, but he ain't gonna get fired. Feel what I'm saying? This is football, man. You gotta recognize that, hey, man, this is a black-dominated sport. 70% of the players are black, so we don't want to bring politics into football anymore. You see what happened with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I'm out.